nice and famous and beautiful verse. Bhagavan says, my worship is very simple. All these other devatas, they are so complex, but my worship is very, very simple, sweet and simple. He says, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktyuparhitam ashnami prayatatmanaha patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktyuparhitam ashnami prayatatmanaha. Bhagavan says that he who bhaktya, with lot of devotion, with lot of love, respect, dedication in his heart, offers, prayachati, offers what? Patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam, whatever. Patram means a leaf, pushpam, a flower, phalam, a fruit, toyam, water. Whatever one offers to me, this tadaham bhakti parhatam, and that what is offered to me with lot of bhakti, with great love, Bhagavan says, ashnami, I eat it, I accept it. Prayatatmanaha, these devotees of pure mind, whatever they offer me with great love, I accept it. Now in this verse, he reveals the nature of bhakti. In the next verse also he will reveal the essence of bhakti, but here he reveals the nature of bhakti. What is bhakti? Bhakti is offering, dedicating. Dedicating, offering to God, to that supreme reality is bhakti. And ultimately, the culmination of bhakti is offering ourselves to God. It's called Atma Samarpan. Atma Samarpan. Offering ourselves to God. Offering ourselves completely to that supreme reality. And when we offer ourselves, we become one with that supreme. As when here Bhagavan says, if you offer a flower, a fruit, I eat it. Whatever is eaten by God becomes one with God. Just as whatever we eat becomes one with us. So what it means, that whatever we offer to God becomes one with the Lord. We understand that it becomes one with God. So, with great love and purity in our heart, we have to offer. We have to create that bhava, that feeling, that attitude in our heart of dedicating everything to God. Patram, even a leaf. And all these are available. And if they are not available, even one can mentally imagine certain things and offer. In a traditional puja and all, we have various things which we offer to God. So one can offer this. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati. With great love, you just imagine, develop this attitude that all that I have, I am giving it to God, is dedicated to God. It belongs to God. That's the offering. Arpanam, Samarpanam it is called. Offering to Bhagavan. In Bhagavad also, the highest form of worship is indicated in the Bhagavad. Srimad Bhagavad, if you cannot remember all the mantras, one mantra is there which, if remember, it's sar of it, and which you must be knowing. Kayena vacha manasendriyerva बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि. That kayena vacha manasendriyarva with my body, kayena vacha with my speech, manasa with my mind, kayena vacha manase, indriyarva with my indriyas, kayena vacha manasendriyarva, buddhyatmana va prakrite svabhavat with my buddhi, spontaneously by my prakriti, prakrite svabhavat according to my samskar and all, whatever actions I do. Prakriti svabhavat karomi yad yat, whatever I do, O Lord, I offer it to you. Karomi yad yat sakalam parasmai, to that Supreme Lord, who is supreme, parasmai, Narayanayati, who is Narayan, who is the very abode of this entire cosmos, creation, who is indicated here as that Brahma, Paramatma. To that Paramatma I offer everything. See, when we perform an action, that action is performed for a particular result. Or that action is also dedicated to someone. When we perform something, it is dedicated. Generally, it is dedicated to our own self. Generally, we dedicate action to our own ego. Or we may dedicate it to our family, to our friends, to our relatives. And for whom we dedicate the action, our emotions, our energy moves towards that. Suppose you dedicate your action to your teacher, then all our emotions, energy moves towards teacher. If you dedicate your action towards a company, for example, where you're working, your whole emotion and energy will pour out into that company. You will develop attachment and great affinity for that company automatically. If you dedicate your action to the country, you will develop love for the country. So much so that one is ready to sacrifice one's own life for the country. It comes natural. So whatever be our altar of dedication, our whole energy, our life energy, our thought energy, emotions, all start moving towards it. And when we dedicate our actions and our everything to God, then automatically everything moves. And ultimately we will have that great urge and deep desire to dedicate ourselves to God. We might first offer this patram pushpam phalam toyam, then we will offer ourselves. We will say, oh God, you take me as naivedya. It's called Atma Nivedanam. You make yourself the naivedya and tell Bhagwan, you eat me now. And make me one with you. It's called Atma Nivedanam. So bhakti means dedication, offering, samarpan. That is bhakti. See, this concept of love is not very clear. We may say, oh God, I love you. And love doesn't mean just saying love and all. Love is expressed in your seva. Love is expressed in your dedication. Love is expressed in sacrifice. How much am I able to sacrifice? And ultimate sacrifice is to sacrifice my ego. I sacrifice myself. I become zero. When I become zero, then God becomes 100%. As Kabir Das ji says, that the gully of this love is very, very narrow. That two people cannot go in that gully. Like some gullies are there, Chandni Chowk also. Two people cannot go in that. It's very narrow. So if I and God, both of them want to go in this gully, then it's very problematic. It cannot go. So if I become zero, then God alone can remain. But if I am there, God cannot come in that gully. So if I want God in my life, if I want God to come, I have to become totally zero. I means that ahankar, ego. Now another interesting thing about this ego, that ego will not sacrifice itself for anything in this world except for love. Love is something where the ego is ready to sacrifice itself. So indirectly, what does the meaning of love? Love is that for which you are ready to sacrifice yourself. If you are not ready to sacrifice yourself, then there is no love. If I say I love God, then I should be able to sacrifice my own self. If I say I love my country, I should be able to sacrifice myself. So here Bhagavan says this simple, you just start offering things to me, and slowly and steadily you will reach a stage wherein you will offer yourself to me. It will become natural. First, we will start by offering outer things like flowers, petals and all. And it is no effort because we have plucked the flowers from the neighbor's garden. So it is offer karo chalo. But slowly you start offering. Offering means considering whatever you have as belonging to God. We say, na, tera tujhko arpan kya lage mera. It's a very beautiful statement. All this belongs to you. It doesn't belong to me. First, we will have the feeling that it belongs to me and I am giving it. Oh Lord, I am offering this nariyal to you. But I have a feeling that it belongs to me and I am giving. But as one continues in one's journey of this bhakti, we will understand that it already belongs to him only. To remove my claim on that object is my offering then. To say that, oh Lord, it belongs to you. This life belongs to you. My body belongs to you. My whole, whatever I have belongs to you. So that is called an offering. So when one leads one's life by offering, and this doesn't require any special, you don't have to chant a special mantra, you don't have to go to a special temple, you don't have to do some special vrata and all. It's very simple. Just whatever one has, one just offers it to Paramatma. Have that firm understanding that it belongs to Paramatma. Don't have that feeling in your head that something belongs to you, that everything belongs to Paramatma and I also belong to him. Oh Lord, I belong to you. Every day if one keeps this in mind, that itself will help us to progress on this path. Tulsidas ji, he prays to the Lord and he says, कि जो चाहे सो कर कृपा तुलसी तेरो है. He says, you do whatever you want with me, I belong to you. I belong to God. 2 stages. Whatever I have belongs to God. That is first stage. Second stage, I myself belong to God. So first stage, to offer concept of my to God. Instead of saying my, one should say it is yours. So concept of my, mamatva is offered. That is the first stage. And second stage, that aham itself is offered. Ahankar is also. So where there is no mamatva and ahankar, that person is a realized, enlightened person. Nirmamo nirahankaraha. Free from ahankar and mamatva. So it becomes easy for us to offer if we have love. See, there are the parents and all, there's so much of love for their children. Why? Because so much of attachment is there. What is attachment? That they are my children. So when we offer this I as well as my to God, you become free. So where there is love, you are ready to give without thinking about it. So, what is bhakti? Create that attitude in your head. Forget about getting flowers and fruit and all those things. Create an attitude in your head that whatever you think belongs to you belongs to God. That my everything, my family, my children, my relatives, friends, my property, my wealth, everything belongs to God. God has given me the permission to use it. Like I stay in someone's house, I can use the furniture, I can use the things which are there, but I cannot just carry it like with me. So God has given us permission to use, but it belongs to Him. So this attitude we should develop, and then slowly develop the attitude that I belong to God. I don't belong to any person. I don't belong to any company or organization. I don't belong to any family or society or nation and all. I belong to God. That is my foremost relationship. When Ramchandra ji was going to forest, Lakshmana says, I also want to come with you. Bhagwan said, no, you remain here. You take care of your parents. You remain here in Ayodhya. He said, wherever you are, there alone is my parents. You are my parents. Where you stay is my Ayodhya. I don't understand any other relationship. Nanyam jane, naiva jane, na jane. I don't understand anything else. You say, she is my mother, she is my father. No. You are my father, you are my mother, you are my brother, sister, guru, everything you are. Guru pitu matu bandhu pati deva, sab mohe kahe janai nij seva. Tulsidas ji says that a devotee is one who considers God alone as his guru, pita, mata. Means even his mother, father also he looks at them as God. Your Ishta Devata. If you are worshipping Lord Shiva, your mother is the very expression of Lord Shiva. Your father is expression of Lord Shiva. Everyone is Lord Shiva. That is called looking at everyone as Lord Shiva. So that is called the Samarpan. Prayachati. Whatever I have belongs to God, and ultimately I belong to God. Every day if you can just pray, oh God, everything belongs to you, and I belong to you. In fact, every day we don't have to do it. Only once we have to do. But again, next day we will find that we still feel that something belongs to us. So this has to be practiced. That is the greatest. This is called puja. This is the bhakti. And this is beautifully now brought out in this next verse. So this verse conveys the essence of bhakti. This is bhakti. Yat karoshi yadashnasi yat juhoshi dadasi yat yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam yat karoshi yadashnasi yat juhosi dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. Bhagavan says, yat karoshi, whatever you do, whatever actions you perform, whatever kartavya karma has come to you, whatever has come as a duty in front of you, whatever you do, you offer it to me. Offer all your actions to me. Yat karoshi, yat ashnasi, yat juhosi, everything, mad arpanam, dedicate, offer it to me. Do it for me. Dedicate it to me. Think that you are doing it for me only. Yat karoshi. I get up in the morning, then I take bath, then I go to my work and all. Okay, dedicate this to God. Know that you are doing for God. You're getting up for God. You're getting ready for God. You're going to work for God. You're working in that particular company for God. You're serving that boss for God, because God is there in everything and everyone. Everything, whatever I do, is for God. In your head, the understanding should be there that I am in the service of God. Our Pujya Gurudev, when he used to write letters, also used to write, in the service of the Lord. Kamal hai. In the service of the Lord. When Hanumanji goes to Lanka, or Ravan asked him, who are you? He says, I am the servant of God. I am the Doot of Ramadut. He says, but you must be having any identity. He says, no. My only identity is that I am his. I belong to him. When Angad goes to talk to Ravan, Bhagwan sends Angad. So Ravan tries to convert him. Ravan says that, oh Angad, I knew your father, Bali. We were great friends, you know. And you are now going with the Sugriv. Sugriv is the one who made, because of him only he got killed. So you come on my side. Angad says no. That I am not in your service or somebody's service, I am in the service of that Lord only. So he did not get converted. So devotee is one whose every action is dedicated to that Paramatma only. He lives and moves and works for God, not for some person, not for some society, not for some organization, not for some country or something, for God. And the concept of God, the understanding of God is so broad and holistic in their head that everything includes. It's not a fanatic understanding, because the country also is included in the understanding of God. But country is also small. God is much bigger. Family is also small. God is much bigger. So when I love God, I will love my family also, because that is also God. But I will love much more, because God is much more than any one particular object or one particular thing or one particular concept. Even is bigger than earth. A lover of God not only loves earth, but he loves the entire solar system. He loves the entire Milky Way. If some other person, some other being, alien from other planet, if he happens to come, he will love that person also as God. Antenna-like thing is coming out and on. Jai Shri Ram. So yat karoshi, whatever you do, offer it to me. Yat ashnasi, whatever you eat, you offer it to me. Yad ashnasi. We should eat what is good for our health and all. Whatever we eat, we should know that this also is eaten by that Paramatma who is residing in my own heart, in my own stomach. Aham vaishvanaro bhutva praninam deham ashritaha prana pano samo krutva pachami annam chaturvidham. I reside in the body of all beings and I am the one who eats. So yad ashnasi, yad juhosi means whatever havan or yajna or puja, whatever we do, offer it to me. Know that you are doing it for me, not for anything and anyone else. Yad dadasi, whatever dana, charity, dana you do, you know that you are doing it to me. You are offering it to me only. No, you are giving to that person or that institute or that. It is ultimately you are giving it to me. You are offering it to me. With that attitude you give. Yat tapasyasi, whatever tap you are doing, do it for me. Sharirik, vachik, mansik, tapas, you offer it to me. हे कौंतेय तत्कुरुष्व मद अर्पणम, that you do it, I mean that you dedicate or offer completely to me. And this is called bhakti. What is said in these words is bhakti. In Narad Bhakti Sutra, Naradji defines the bhakti as parama prema rupa, but he gives the characteristic of bhakti, how to recognize bhakti. He says, तद अर्पित अखिल आचार सन तद विस्मरणे परम व्याकुलता इति. That bhakti is tad arpita akhila achar. To dedicate all our actions to God is the lakshana of bhakti. And to be restless, even if we forget God for a second, to feel disturbed, is called bhakti. Dedicating our whole life to God is bhakti. Again, I am saying that the understanding of God should become very clear. If that understanding is not there, then this itself can be a fanatic attitude. Fanaticism and bhakti, the only difference is of understanding and ignorance. If you don't have proper understanding, then what we do will be just a fanatic behavior. If we have proper understanding, then whatever we do will be bhakti. So, Siya Rama mein sab jag jani, karahu pranam jori jug pani. To see the whole world as Siya Ram, one should do namaskar and offer all to the Lord. So, yat karoshi yadat nashi, yat johosi dadasi yata, yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. More we will see in our class tomorrow. Tomorrow is the final day. I have few announcements to make. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.